I'm first going to apologize for my voice. So why do I sound like this? Why is my voice so raspy? My voice is so raspy because I've been partying, y'all. I have been partying. Partying, yes, with the big O, Oprah, yes, and with the big G, Gail, and with my friend, Kay. So been partying so much that my voice is shot. It's shot. So it sounds painful, but it's not. So don't worry, it's not painful. But it is, I can't project as much as I would want to. So that's why we're going to move very quickly today. I have a lot of key points for you guys that I want to share with you in hopes that it's a blessing to all of you. I've gotten lots of DMs. What I want to chat with you guys about today is, my title is, I'll just say the title, All Work and No Mojo Makes a Dull Life. All work and no mojo makes a dull life. Or also known as my 7 secrets to getting what you want. My 7 secrets to getting what you want, including a cruise with Oprah. How is it that we can actually get what we want? How can we have the desires of our hearts? God says it, we can have the desires of our hearts, but I believe some of us forget that. I know I do sometimes. Am I by myself? Bam. My 7 secrets for getting what you want, including the Oprah cruise. Now, here's the thing. Oh my God, you guys, I really am struggling with, or I should say I was struggling with how to put into words everything. I just got goosebumps even about to say it. How to put in words everything that I just experienced on that cruise. From doing the work to actually get a cabin, to boarding the ship, even before boarding the ship, even dealing with the sky caps outside. All of the energy of all those over 2,400 women. Now, the Holland America New Statendam ship actually held 2,666 people. So no, were all those women? Absolutely not. There were about 200 men, brave men. Okay. One of my male friends said, no, I don't have to be brave to be on there with all those women. That's a good thing. But it was about 2,400 women. So all the electric energy, all the anointing that was on that cruise ship, I have been struggling with, or I was struggling with, how to put it all into words. All the gifts from Old Magazine, all the gifts from Oprah, running into Gail in the hallway. I mean, so much goodness. And so I decided not to struggle with putting it into words, to just allow God to keep unpacking it. You know, sometimes when we get something good, we get a good gift, or at least I know me, okay? Because look, my love languages are words of affirmation. I love for you to say great things in my ear. Words of affirmation. And my second one is gifts. I love gifts. But when I get gifts, I'm like so impatient. I'm like tearing the paper open. I want to rip it open and just get to the gift right away. And what came on my heart when we came back from the cruise was, Sophia, this is a gift. Oh, you guys, I got so many goosebumps. This is a gift that keeps on giving. This is a gift that you're going to keep unpacking. So there's no rush. There's no hurry. Now, there may be, there may be some greatness in moving quickly on the opportunities that I came across while on the Oprah cruise. So many opportunities. That's a whole other Mojo Minute. It was really clear to me to just let it unfold and let it unpack. Just let it unpack, right? Don't have to rush through it. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it and let it unpack. So, all right. So is anybody like me? Like when you get a gift, you just want to open it really quickly? and get to it. So I'm learning patience and just letting it unpack. All right, so here are my 7 secrets to getting what you want, including an Oprah cruise. And guys, here's the thing. They ain't really secrets. It's stuff you already know, but if you're anything like me, we forget. If you're anything like me, you sometimes forget. Right? Of course we do. And so I'm here to remind you today that you can have the desires of your heart. You just have to keep it simple. 7 is the number of completeness. Yes! How perfect. I didn't even think about that. So tip number 1, secret number 1 is first to be clear. Be clear about what it is you even want. So many of us aren't even clear about what it is we want. We run it from this thing to this thing to that thing to that thing. And then we find ourselves sad and in the bed at 3 o'clock in the morning saying, oh my Lord, I haven't created anything. I haven't fulfilled upon any declaration I set. I haven't actually seen any of my dreams and my hopes and my goals come to fruition. Why is that? You may want to take a step back and take a look at, did you even get clear on what it is you wanted? What is it that you want? Number 1 is to get clear on what you want. And some people call it setting the vision. Setting the vision. Getting clear on what you want by setting the vision. So I want to be clear about something. Everyone who knows me well knows that I am a diehard, committed, maybe even a little stalker to Oprah. Very much so. I've loved her since the beginning of time, right? And I love her so much, not just because she's so brilliant and intelligent and a phenomenal businesswoman, but mostly because she's so anointed and she stepped fully into the power and the acceptance of her anointing. That's why I love Oprah so much. And so it is no surprise that on my vision board, this time I just wrote Oprah. Just Oprah. And I just signed the word Oprah like it was her signature, Oprah. But I was writing it, I wrote it because, yes, it was my desire to meet Oprah. I've met Oprah before. I've been to Oprah events. And I had a wonderful, wonderful family member who used to work for her. So I've been to the Oprah Winfrey show many times. I'm grateful for all of that. But on this vision board, I wrote her name for a different reason. I wrote her name because it came to me that there was some connection I was supposed to have with her tribe, with her staff, with her group. There was something, and I still haven't totally been told what that is. But I said, okay, I'm going to be obedient. I'm just going to write her name. So my point in saying all of this is that I set the vision. I set the vision. Like, that's straight out the Bible, okay? Go look it up in the book of Habakkuk. Try and say that 3 times. Set the vision and make it plain. Like, don't be all confusing, but you can't set the vision if you're not clear on what it is you want. And so what I declared is what I wanted was to have some type of experiences with Oprah. Okay, so that's the first thing. Number 2, and I'll get back to that a little bit more. Number 2, get rid of self-doubt. I'm going to say it a few times. Get rid of self-doubt. Yours and others. Yes, I said it. Get rid of self-doubt. Your self-doubt and the self-doubt of others. What do I mean by that? So you can imagine, I declare I'm going to meet Oprah. I'm going to talk to Oprah. And many moons ago, I'm going to meet Oprah. I'm going to talk to Oprah. I'm going to do something with Oprah or with Oprah's company or Oprah's group or something, right? What normally happens when we set a big goal or we have a big dream? What typically happens? Talk to me, people. What typically happens? Right. Self-doubt. You start doubting yourself like, Girlfriend, who do you think you are? Girl, Oprah's a billionaire. What makes you think she has time for you? Or everybody loves Oprah. So what makes you think that she has time for you? Even self-doubt could have snuck in when, shout out to Carol and to Karen, but when my Good Vibes tribe sent me a message and said, would you be interested in cruising with Oprah? What? What? Self-doubt could have creeped in right then, right? And for a smidgen, for literally a second, it did, like, oh my God, I'm sure it's going to be sold out. Sure enough, we went online and guess what? Sold out. That cruise was sold out in less than 3 hours. Sold out. A lot of people have been saying less than 3 hours. Honestly, I felt like it was an hour. But anyway, sold out quickly. Not shocking, right? I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you people. I'm sorry, I just got to my head. Such a squirrel. Squirrel. So, could self-doubt had really stayed right there? Who do you think you are, Sophia? First of all, girl, please. You ain't gonna get no ticket. You ain't gonna get that opportunity. And then to go on the website and see that it was completely sold out. So my secret number 2 is get rid of self-doubt. And what I mean by get rid of it is not push it under a rug, not pretend it doesn't exist, to acknowledge it. That's how we deal with things. We first have to acknowledge that they exist. So if you have some self-doubt about all the things that you want, all the desires you have, all the dreams you have, if you have self-doubt, acknowledge it. Be like, oh, okay. All right, dude, I see you. All right, girl, I see. Okay, I see you, Mr. or Miss Self-Doubt. Okay, good. But you know what? You ain't going to run this show. But I will acknowledge you, though. Did y'all check out my... That's what I got to say to self-doubt. That's what I have to say to self-doubt. Yes, that's my Oprah wear. Okay, so get rid of self-doubt by acknowledging that it even exists. Just acknowledge it. And not just the self-doubt from you, not just doubt from you, but also doubt from others. Can you imagine the people, all the people on that cruise who before they got on the cruise, before they got a cabin, before they got a ticket, before they got the opportunity, went and told their friends, I'm going on the Oprah cruise. I'm gonna go. Can you imagine what others would have said? Can you imagine if I had told people, oh my gosh, I had this vision that I'm on the Oprah cruise. Like, she's so woo-woo, she's weird. So not only acknowledging and squashing your self-doubt, but also the doubt of others. Close your ears. Close your ears. Close your ears to it. We all experience it, right? Every single one of us. And people say to me all the time, oh my God, Sophia, you're so confident. Here's the thing. I praise God for that. I praise God for that. And in many ways, I am very confident. Yes. And there are still ways and there's still areas where I'm not. There's still times I'm like, Bambi legs, I'm not sure. Here's an example. Gayle King. Now, Gayle King is in charge of this whole cruise girls getaway experience, right? Because she's editor-in-chief of O Magazine, and it was a partnership between O Magazine and Island America Cruise Lines, right? So here comes the big CEO, the Gayle King, coming down the hallway. Now, of course, self-doubt could have creeped in with, girl, don't bother her. Look at all them people trying to, get to her. She's busy. She's probably tired. It's late. She's been out all the day hobnobbing with people. Did that stop me? Absolutely not. I went straight up to her and said, hello, Gayle. And then I mentioned to her a little bit about how we're connected, which I won't share here, of course. How we're connected. I won't share here because to protect the privacy of those people. But I said hello, and I said, hey, do you mind taking a photo with me and my bestie? She's like, of course not. And she was tired. I could tell. She was like, oh, Lord. Before I actually got to her, she was tired. But she did it. And the most important thing is I asked for it. I asked for it. Right? So yes, self-doubt could have stopped me. Could have said, Sophia, girl, leave her alone. You know she's tired. How many of us do that? How many of you do that? When you're actually going after the dreams, you're actually going after what it is you want. Because what we're talking about are my 7 secrets to getting what you want. How many times do you stop yourself because you're thinking about what other people are thinking? You're thinking about, well, what will they think, or what will they say? Or I don't think that's going to work. Or I hear this so much from women, and I am on y'all. I am on y'all as leaders of your life to cut this mess out. I hear this so much from women. I didn't want to bother her. I even heard it on the cruise ship. I didn't want to bother her. I didn't want to bother him. I don't want to seem like I'm in the way. Oh, I'm sure he's tired. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't want to bother someone and ask them to take the picture of us. Cut that out. Cut that ish out. 3 is the number of divinity. Yes. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. 3 is number of Trinity. All right, so number 3, my secret number 3 is to follow your intuition. I say that following your intuition, when I follow my intuition, it is like the ultimate expression of self-love. It truly is like the opposite of number 2, self-doubt. Like following my intuition is the ultimate expression of my love for myself. You know why I say that? Because I really do believe that intuition is the voice of God. So if I truly, truly love myself, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to my intuition. I'm not going to get distracted by what other people think. I'm not going to get distracted by my self-doubt. I'm going to listen to my intuition. And my intuition told me, you go for that Oprah cruise. You go for it. You ask anyone you need to ask. You do whatever you need to do. You be prepared because you're going to get a yes. And I did. And we did. And 2,600 people did. Got a yes. Got a yes. How many of us got a yes even when the website said sold out? Follow your intuition. I even had a friend come back and say, girlfriend, please, it's sold out. I said, I hear you. I hear you. But my intuition, my voice of God, said keep going. And guess what I did? I kept going. Follow your intuition. I believe your intuition is the voice of God. You know, and I love the story that Oprah tells all the time. Your intuition sometimes will just whisper to you like, girl, I think you should go for the Oprah cruise. Who cares if it's sold out? Just go for it. And a lot of times we ignore it. We ignore our intuition. How many times have you heard or gotten an intuitive word that said something like, girl, he is not the one. He is not the one. Girl, yes, I know he's fine. Yes, I know he's like all in his career and doing well. Yes, but he's not the one. And we ignored it. So it first comes to you as a whisper. Secondly, it comes to you as, and Oprah tells us in different ways, but the way I like to say it is it comes to you, secondly, as a pebble. Boop. No, he ain't the one. Boop. And then we ignore that. Then what's the third thing we get? When we ignore those first two, what's the last thing we get? Then we get a brick. Okay? Then we get a brick when we find out he's a hot freaking mess. He wasn't even close to being worthy of all of this. Yes, but by the time we get the brick, it's such a hot mess. And so I don't want you to wait for the brick. I don't even want you to wait for the pebble. I want you to hear the voice. I want you to hear your intuition and follow your intuition. That's how you actually manifest and get the desires of your heart. Listen. Just listen. That's how you make your dreams reality. Listen. So that's my step number 3. I love the number 4. It's like perfect and divine. Think about a square. 4 corners. All right. The number 4. Stop waiting. You guys, I could do a Mojo Minute only on that. And you know, the Mojo Minute is only supposed to be a few minutes long, but I don't care. I'm going on and on and on with you guys today because I'm back. I got some self-care. I've been out hobnobbing with Oprah and Gail. And the CEO, of Carnival Corporation, and the president of Holland America Cruise Lines. It's been a wonderful, wonderful last week. Okay, number 4, stop waiting. What are you even waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? So many of us, we stay on these jobs. Like, think about, you go to work and you're working Monday, you're like, okay, kind of dragging yourself out of bed. Okay, but I'm here, I'm at work. Tuesday, you got a little more momentum. All right, hey, Tuesday. All right, Wednesday, what? Hump day. I hear y'all. Hump day. Hey, it's hump day. It's hump day. Thursday. But all you're thinking about that whole week is what? The weekend. So you're not being present and enjoying the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday, because you are thinking about the weekend. Stop waiting. Can you imagine that you could create a life that where every day or moments throughout the day can feel like a weekend? Where moments throughout the day could feel like a weekend. Stop waiting. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for it to be perfect? Girlfriend? Bro man? You're going to be waiting for the rest of your life. There are people who are not here today. Okay, I had a family member pass away. There are people who are not here today. And they spent a lot of their time waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect person, waiting for the planets and the stars to align. Just do it. Just do it. And yes, you might fail. Yes, you might fail. I have this conversation with my clients all the time. Yes, you might. Failure is a part of my success. Do you guys know how many times I failed? More times than I can count. I can't even count how many times I've failed. I've put something out, flop. I've tried something, didn't work. But every single time I have failed at something, what I got afterwards was far better than what I was going for. Failure is a part of success. Number 4, stop waiting. And how it relates to the Oprah cruise for me is I ain't waiting for nothing. I'm not waiting for anything. I'm not waiting. I was able to sit in the amphitheater, feet away from one of the most powerful leaders, one of the most powerful philanthropists, one of the most powerful humanitarians on the planet that's ever existed. Because I didn't wait. If I had waited, it truly would have been sold out. And it was sold out. But I tried other avenues. Stop waiting. What are you sitting back and waiting for? What is the lie that you're telling yourself about why you need to wait? What is that? Cut that out. Number 5. Number 5 is one of my favorite words. Starts with an A. No, it's not that. Action. Action, action, action. They used to call me Action Jackson. Action, action, action. Shout out to an amazing woman, speaking of Action Jackson, Cheryl Action Jackson. I want you guys to follow her. Incredible. She didn't wait. You can dream all you want. You can have all the faith in the world, and Lord knows I have a lot of faith. Y'all know what I've been through, what I'm going through with my husband's traumatic brain injury. So Lord knows I've had to exercise some faith. You can have all the faith in the world, but faith without action is what? Dead, dormant, ain't happening. You can have all the faith in the world, but you got to put the actions in place. And I want you to think about the thing or the experience or the goal, the dream that you desire. What is it that you desire so much? And then I want you to think about, what actions have I put in place to get it? What actions have I put in place to get it? So I have a number of actions that I put in place, and I can't name them all, but some of them are prayer. Yes, that is action. That is, hello, pray is a verb. That's an action word. Okay, so I put in prayer. Certainly I exercise my faith. Meditation. I got to clear this mind. I got to relax and get clear. Setting the vision. Put the actions in place. Writing it down. How many of you actually write it down? Some of you never write down your stuff. You talk to your girlfriends, your guy friends. Oh, this is what I want to do. I think this is what I want to do. I can't wait. Yeah, one day I'm going to have this. One day I'm going to do this. But you haven't even written it down. Write it down. That's being in action. I encourage you to write it where? In your Ease and Flow journal, of course. Where else? Write it down. I don't care what you use. If you use a journal, I'm grateful. I need you to write it down. You can go get a scrap piece of paper, but just make sure you keep track of the scrap pieces of paper. Okay? So journal, write it down, put it in a planner. Okay? Another wonderful structure that I have that's available to you is what I call the Ease and Flow Power Hour. In a nutshell, the Ease and Flow Hour is the ultimate incubator for action. Is where we get together, we support each other in being in action, not just talking. I love my women folk, but we do a lot of this. I'm going to need you to talk a little bit and then be in action a lot, okay? So that's the Ease and Flow Power Hour, which I'll talk to you guys about even more. So number 5 is action, be in action. If I had sat back and didn't pursue getting on that cruise, if I had sat back and wasn't prepared, if I had sat back and not created connections and relationships with people, I wouldn't have been on that cruise. I would have been looking at all them pictures like, dang, that's nice. Be in action. All right, so number 6, if you're ready for number 6. Number 6. 6 is accountability. You can have the faith. You can even write down your actions. But you know what a lot of you guys do? Y'all hide. You don't tell anybody. Now, I'm not saying you have to shout it from the rooftops. Like some of my dreams and some of my goals, I don't talk to people about. But you have to have accountability. What is that accountability? Alexa, off. There's an accountability structure right there. Alexa and my little alarm telling me to wrap it up, Sophia. See, y'all got calendars. Alexa, off. She's like, what? Okay. You have accountability structures. The Ease and Flow Power Hour can be one. Your calendar, your planner, your Ease and Flow journal. But get people. Who is someone that you trust? Have them be your accountability partner. Tell them what you're up to. I love that Hillary Rock. I'm going to give a shout out to you, Hillary. Hillary is amazing at dreaming, visioning, and just as importantly, being in action. And most importantly, she's great at putting in accountability structures to where she tells people, this is what I'm doing. This is what I say I want. So get yourself some accountability. Okay, a lot of my accountability structures are rooted in the power hour. So I do an ease and flow power hour that I lead, that I'm going to invite you all to. I also am a part of other power hours that really help me. All right, and the last one, if you're ready for number 7, revamp, revise, and lastly, reward. Remember to reward yourself. Reward yourself. Reward yourself for all the work that you do. And I was able to reward myself, not just with that cruise, but with all the connections with those amazing women. Reward yourself. Number 7 is revamp, revise, and reward. And guys, I have totally overstayed my welcome. It wouldn't be the first time. And I wanted to purposely go over today because I wanted to give you all those 7 great nuggets, those 7 secrets to getting what you want. You can have the desires of your heart, including cruising with Oprah. And God bless. Go take good care of each other. But most importantly, what? Yes, Hunty, take good care of yourselves. God bless you.